All right, for this segment, I'm going to be calling one of my instructors out, Victor, and you guys have seen him in my videos a lot. So we talked all that stuff about combos and moving there. So your range has to become very important, and the idea of the knee, coming up with that combo and that kicking and changing your footwork, which changes from a lot of things. So I'll call Vic, come on out here. We may use a knife a little bit. So as far as just combos go, Vic takes his stance, right? So let's just say for a moment, this is that ball. He's got to hold that fist out there. This is the little ball that's hanging down from the string, which you've seen on other videos that I worked with, right? I want to see if I can reach that ball in my combo. Now, if I'm doing this here, say this is his face, this is a great way to start to understand your range and dealing with things in your footwork. Now I'm taking a basic monkey or dragon stance, right? And I'm coming out here hitting with this. Now if I was going to just throw a front kick from here, and I just come back and I throw a front kick, then I'm going past where his body would be, you see? So the legs always have to adjust to that. All right, give you an idea. So if I'm coming out here, 1, 2, and I'm going to throw a front kick, this foot's going to move in. Now I'm coming up with my knee, right with my knee, and I'm going to kick. I'm going to come under the ball to see where that kick's going to come from. And that could be various types of kickings and how that's going to be moving. Another thing I want to point out, and Vic is standing here, he takes a power stance, he's here. I'm not going to be doing this stuff, all right? In real life, I'm going to go right to the target, the body. I already see where he's got his fist. I could just jam that right to his face. But bam, coming and hitting me, he's going to hit himself with the own fist. I'm not looking for these to be force fields, especially on the street. You take pictures, the body positioning, and where combos come in, you want to use it to your advantage. So if he's standing now, he switched his stance a little bit, he came up higher. Now if I take a chop, and I come in this way, you see? And I'm protecting here as well, right? So as I come in, I'm coming this way, and then I come up. So now as I'm coming in, I can come right to here, bam, and hit it. So I'm using these. If I come in here and I come this way, and I can use that. These don't mean anything. Now say he's really strong, and I just go like this here, and he holds his hand, and you're tugging him. You see how he comes forward? Put all your strength in that. Look where he's coming. What are you guys thinking about? This is combat. There's no boxing in the ring. There's none of this. This is your fighting. If you got somebody like Michael Tyson standing in front of you, saying those arms aren't going to move. You got to use them. Remember, it's not fighting. It's combat. All right, so again with the range of the stance and the moving different, I just wanted to put that out in combat. So say now I'm accurate. So now I can see now that ball we were using here is here. Okay, so now to practice with the ball, I'm practicing with his body. So you have to assume that, his hands are there to protect. He's got a good stance here. This stance has a lot of speed. He can move backwards real quick. He can move forward. All his armament, take a stance to the front there. All right, so he's doing a real nice basic stance. Both of his armaments to the front. Okay, and both legs can come out rocking and rolling. And he has movability with retreating and shimmying and doing all these moves forward. So this is a really good stance. It's like a dragon or a monkey stance. Very common in boxing and martial art fighting. But it really gives you a lot of options. So now he has a whole lot of options when he's standing in front of me. I'm coming out. I can narrow that option by turning to the side, but it also narrows my attack options as well. So if you get people that are standing, this way here, and they're throwing their kicks and stuff, it also makes it maybe a little bit harder for them to hit, possibly, but it also makes it harder for you to attack. So it's a variation of movements and coming through combos, and maybe down the line we'll show how to attack from those different stances with a little bit of movement. We can remember that, right? All right, so he's standing here. My first combo, you see him at a range. So now that ball motion here is I have to move a little bit different. Now I'm in range, right? So of course I'm pulling it far from him. But if I'm coming here, you can see I'm coming past it, okay? So I just don't want to hit him. So my point here is 1, and then this one can't be pulling short. I have to make sure that 1, I turn my hip, boom, 2, and that it's coming in from my trigger points. 1, here, my trigger. 2, so my combos, 1, 2, are coming in, 1, 2, 3, right? So now if I'm fighting, right? So if his hands are up here, all this comes in. I'm working using his targeting. So combos are very much with the legs and how they work. Now with the hands, coming up, here if I want to kick him in the stomach, say I go here, and then I go to kick, you see this is not going to work. Okay, so if he's here, and I'm going to, even if I punch down to the stomach, up to the face, right? Combos, whoo, they really work. Hopefully we're in line with you guys. All right. So my point here now, if I throw this and I want to throw a kick, right? Even if I use this as a fake, just a fake, I can't be throwing this way. Even if I'm going to throw with my back leg, you see I run out of room. Footwork. All right. So one thing opens up for another. Hands over for the legs, legs over for the hands. So at this point here, if he's standing here, this moves, my knee comes up. You see? So from here, if I'm standing this close and I mask, you see? This changed, comes up, boom. Now I'm coming in, right? If he's standing here, I may take my leg and just go boom, right underneath there, boom. Take this leg, you see how I switch this and come right, boom, right to here. I may take this and just wham, come in and just knock in. So combos, if I'm going 1, 2, you see how this moves? Right? This is my foundation leg. This is the leg that's floating in the air, yin and yang. When they hit and meet, and he's grounded, a lot of power. All right, so if he's got a weapon, just to get a little bit into that, and he's holding that weapon, all right, anything that I push past this, even in a combo, if I go here, he could be hit in the face. Say I hit him in the face, and his arm just comes out at the same time he gets hit. That's real life, man. You know, that's what happens, and I've seen that happen. All right? No matter how cool you may be in your situation or moving against your friends, it's different. It's different when the person don't give a damn what you know, how bad you think you are. All right? All right, so technique. So he's holding this weapon here. You see my knee? Because I don't go beyond that wall. My knee comes here, and then I'm moving. See? It's very simplistic, right? So he's holding whatever he's holding that. You can see I'm not worried about that. I don't want to cut to this. I want to come underneath it. If I take it and I come this way, it's all here. We did videos on that. So just to give you the idea of targeting, if I'm here and he moves in, I slide back. You see my knee moves, and I can come here and here. Just the idea of bam, motion, boom. Moving, the weapon's usually not there at that point. So your knees have these eyes, they move. It moves this way, that way, this way, this way. Your foot can either be down, so give you another thing, depending on how he's holding that, a flip kick, where I'm going to come in, okay, so I could come in this way, but I may feel a little bit in danger here. So now I come in with my foot down, and I flip. You see how I come behind? Right? So I'm coming from here, flipping again, knee. And it's the same thing. I'm going to use the weapons here to give you a better scope of how the knee becomes important. So it is like a 1-2, but it's really not. When you do kick, you want to you have all the time in the world. You want to take your time to make sure that this is lined up. Even though a person watching it from the side or seeing the fight would look like you're moving like 100 miles an hour. But you're really looking through your knees and you're lining that up, and the same's going through the body. And so in combos, coming through with that, if I'm here, say he comes in with an attack, you see where I move back? Okay? So now he's going to come in with an attack, he throws it, I move back, bam! And I move in. I could just, boom, just come in, bam! And combos, your core is very important. So now we're sitting here fighting, I could just see, I'm just bam, 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 bam. I'm coming through like a little train, bam, bam, bam. If I'm coming through here, boom, I'm just throwing this out here. Boom, bam, bam, bam. Combos are cool, but they incorporate footwork, getting that knee up. See how that comes up, right? And moving. I'm a little wounded on this leg, so I'm trying to avoid it, but it still comes up, okay? You get the idea that 1, 2, and your trigger points, where you're launching from. So if my knee is coming up, and I'm coming up here, this is where I want to go. It comes up here, it launches a little higher to come into here, right? If I'm going with this leg, I'm going to take it from out here, bring it up, and bring it in. Height is not that important. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Combos.